Quite often building or buying a home, sort of even not that long ago, sort of felt like I guess a dream that was out of reach. You sort of go through those moments where you're on track or those sorts of things, and it just doesn't feel like it's ever going to happen. It does take time. I guess for us, we sort of just made the decision early on that that was a big goal of ours and what we wanted to achieve.
Jacob's got a really financial mindset, which is great, and I do to a similar extent. However, I think the big thing that you need to make sure you do is don't lean towards, okay, for us to get to this goal of having a house, you need to not go out to dinner, not see friends, not go on holidays. That was never going to work for us because that's not who we are. We wanted to still do everything we were doing in our lives and not cut out on anything. So we still did everything we wanted to, we just made sure we did it in a more creative way.
Some of the best advice we got, we took on board and it worked for us, which was make alternatives. So instead of going on an overseas holiday to Vegas, we went for a road trip up north last year and still sort of took a couple of weeks off, enjoyed each other's company, enjoyed sort of some great scenery along the way and great experiences. So we still didn't miss out on anything. It's just small things along the way you can sort of make changes, set some goals in regards to small term. I want to be at a saving, I guess a financial saving by a certain point, and we worked towards that and celebrated each milestone as well.
So for us, considering pre-approval was something we already knew. We are pretty good with our money. We know where we're standing. We knew what was a requirement for us and how much we needed to have in our bank account and where we needed to be sitting financially before we took the plunge, I guess, to take either building or buying to the next level. Jacob works in the finance industry, so he's already got that mindset and that concept all under control. So we were really lucky. We decided to go and seek help and I guess go and speak to a mortgage broker the day or 2 days after we found our block of land.
We were in a bit of a fortunate position where we sort of were able to work out very early on how much of a deposit we were needing for how much we were willing to borrow. So I guess we did a bit of research online through some of the banks and understood what would be comfortable with repayment-wise with a full mortgage to make sure that we can still live comfortably after we're in the house and still do those holidays, that sort of thing. Once we found the block, we were in a position where deposit was ready to go, engaged the mortgage broker at that point in time, and by far that was the best thing we ever did. He took the stress out of the finance completely. He was able to find the right loan for us, exactly what we were looking for, look after absolutely everything through the whole process, and by far, yeah, the biggest blessing that we did along the way. So we did a lot of research around what grants and incentives we were able to look at in regards to, and that was sort of, I guess, a bit of a decision-making part as well. When we're looking to build or buy, there is a lot more of an incentive to build as first homeowners, a few extra grants and that sort of thing that were available. I guess it wasn't the tipping point, but it was definitely an incentive for us to build a house along the way. So government websites were super helpful for us to look at what sort of stamp duty discounts or incentives that they had for that and that we're eligible for, but also First Homeowners Grant, which was just that little bit of, I guess, help on the deposit as well, just to sort of push you a little bit further along the way. So along the way, there was a lot that we learnt around, I guess, the finance side, what we needed to do to make the process easier longer term. So the biggest thing that we learnt is before going to actually get your pre-approval or I guess your finance approval is have absolutely everything ready to go. When you're building, there's so many options and things we can go through. So colour selections and add-ons and all that sort of thing, they've all come at a cost. So go find out some of those things. So we were lucky enough to do that and have that advice. So we went for a drive to the builder's showroom, had a look at some of those extras, I guess, that were important to us. We got quotes for all your landscaping, driveways, alfresco, all of those little extras. Dishwasher is something that I guess we were surprised about. It didn't come with the build. It's just those little things you don't learn when you haven't done it before. So I guess that was the biggest thing for us, is get everything ready to go, then submit it to the mortgage broker. From there, you just sit back and really enjoy watching the house just come together.